Okay. Well, what do you think you struggle with when playing Ashe? Is there anything?
I would say positioning. Like, I don't know if I should be playing close or if I should be playing far. Or
Hmm.
and then also like if I should be rotating like when they're about to engage me or before they're engaged. And then I guess my dynamite usage as well. Like how I should
Dynamite
be
usage.
using it.
How do you
Because
usually
there's
use it?
time
Yeah, continue.
oh sorry. I was gonna say there's times where I just like use it to like use it on one target, like Genji or something, because when he's deflecting, he tries to live. So I guess I use it sometimes on one target, or I use it on like groups, like
Hmm?
when everyone's like stacked and stuff.
Right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's reasonable. It's just a lot of times the timing of it is important, so you get enough value, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Okay.
And then also my shift, the other one, like my close range,
Hmm.
like I don't know when I should be using that. Like if I should use it to like, just get out of areas or something else. Like
Okay, so we kind of
there you go.
go over expectations. First of all,
Mm-hmm.
dynamite. If we simplify, we should be using it to farm ult charge or win duels. E is just for mobility, so your coach gun for mobility or escape. Not
Mm-hmm.
just escape in a way so you have to move to another position instantly. No, it's kind of a tool which allows you to maintain your position sometimes as well. Maybe use your shift, you move somebody away and
Mm-hmm.
escape from that target, or you can also reposition yourself, just have a range between you and the character who went to you, like maybe Genji closed the gap or something. But because they are using cooldowns, maybe Genji used two cooldowns, you're using one, then it helps you to maintain map control.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely all of your tools. You can definitely think about those a lot of times, like an opportunity for you to hold good position on the map, get enough value. If you have your shift, you have your dynamite, you can be more aggressive and take interesting positions. For example, you can stay here totally at the start. If you don't have your shift, it will be more concerning, right? That's.
Oh yeah.
Hmm. Okay, so the first thing is uptime. You want to farm ult charge with your dynamite as the first thing. So yeah, let's think about that. Can you farm ult charge even earlier? Is there anything you could have done?
Um. Oh yeah. I probably could have like played closer, throw my dynamite where they're all like stacked, where they're gonna come out, or I'd
So
stay where I'm at and wait for the whole team to push out. I could get a group dynamite.
yeah, but you sort of do it here. Well, you use it
Mm-hmm.
on one target. It could be bigger group,
Yeah.
right? Oh, but couldn't we be throwing dynamite even earlier?
Mm-hmm. I think so. Yeah. Like at the doors and stuff. Or
Yeah, exactly.
mm-hmm.
Exactly. That is pretty common. You want to take advantage of that because you're trying to farm your Bob. Bob is a really strong ultimate, allows you
Mm-hmm.
to control the map in this way. Taking advantage out of your dynamite, so we farm an ult charge in the doorways, even though enemies they're not necessarily gonna walk into it, you're still giving yourself a chance to farm extra percent. And when the fight starts, then we have another dynamite, just in case.
Oh yeah.
So now it's a dynamite. Kind of think about it. Dynamite is the tool. Let's use those terms: poke face and bro face. Are you familiar with what poke face means? I actually forgot. Did we go over that? Yeah.
What's that? Or what's
Yeah,
poke
yeah.
face?
You're familiar what poke face means exactly.
Oh, poke face. Oh yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what is
Like
that?
isn't it like poking the enemy team, like uh not playing close to them but playing at a distance where you could
Hmm.
like do damage, like prevent them from pushing up or rotating.
Sure, sure. What's the difference between the poke phase and brawl phase?
Poke phase is your at a farther distance, farther distance, and
Yeah.
then brawl phase is like you're closer where you're
Yeah,
like brawling. Like,
exactly, kind of, yeah. So I usually like to describe it this way. In a poke phase, most of your team, they're not gonna be able to use most of their abilities in primary fire. So it's kind of
mhm,
poke. Primary fire is usually mostly off. Maybe some characters can do that, like you, Anna, can do it from really far range, but most of you guys probably not gonna be able to do so. And then brawl phase is when most of your and enemy team members are actually able to press primary fire and cooldowns on each other. So what you're trying to do with your abilities is
mhm,
ideally taking advantage out of the poke phase and brawl phase at the same time. Poke, it's when you mostly farm an ultimate, and brawl is mostly when you get a kill. Okay?
mm,
So that is
mhm,
when you want to think about the timing of your ability. We used the dynamite before, right? And
yeah.
then here the fight just starts. That's when brawl phase comes in. That's when it's really important for us to have an ability just in case. But now it's on 4 seconds cooldown. Obviously,
Mhm,
Winston did make a mistake. He,
mhm.
well, he died, but if
No, really.
he would stay alive, maybe it would be kind of crucial for you to have that additional dynamite. You see what I mean? So we're trying to
Mhm,
do some early pressure in the pro phase here. Maybe one dynamite there, get it back after. Once the brawl phase starts, you have it, and once they engage in, you're looking for a kill. And
mhm,
it's not necessary that you use it on one person, obviously. You can use it on a big group of people, but when most of your team can do pressure, yeah? So it would be kind of, they start working choke, use dynamite, and they really have to choose. They have to choose, do they go back and waste time, or do they go forward and actually
mm.
take the pressure from your team and dynamite at the same time? So it's kind of this way. Does a little bit make sense?
Yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
So the dynamite, it's kind of either early or too late. Yeah, we can look at it this way. Now, this dynamite makes sense if you're looking for the kill, I think. Let's see. What is important about here? What an additional action you can do to kind of confirm
Oh.
that kill potentially? What is what is the combination you think you should be doing right there? Because
Mhm.
to
Oh, is
me,
it shoot, and then throw dynamite, and then
yeah, I think something like
or
that, probably, right? Trying to
like try
shoot.
to get him
Mhm.
one tap or something?
Yeah, exactly. Because if you're looking for a kill, then there should be intention to burst the target. We're trying to shoot, cancel that animation with dynamite, and shoot right away
Mhm.
after. It's the most ideal, I think. So it's not just dynamite. Yeah. If the intention is to get a kill, obviously our positioning, wanna look into the corners too. We kind of played away from the corner there, but
Oh,
it's okay. You have a res, so you can kind of live.
I see what you mean now. Yeah, I just threw my dynamite on monkey. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Cause he's not gonna like he's not gonna die, or he's not gonna what's it called,
So the
like he's a
intention,
tank. So
yeah, he's a tank, and is he actively engaging? Is he actively going for that brawl phase, kind of? Yeah, see what I mean?
Mhm.
The monkey now, you can just say, well, the dynamo is there. Let me kite, stay here, and I'm not gonna take damage. But we should look at it the other way around. We wanna let them in a little, and then we're using dynamite, and we're saying you have to stay, take damage either from dynamite and my team, or you're gonna take damage because you have to waste time by going back. Let's say Winston jumped in here and used
Mhm.
dynamite. Well, it's gonna be kind of complicated for him to get out instantly, so he's gonna take a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
damage. So that is our intention. If we using dynamite in the brawl phase. So see, if we cannot use the dynamite on the monkey, let's see if there's better opportunity for us to use dynamite on anybody else. You tell me who that can be, who you can use your dynamite on. What do you think? Or
Oh,
maybe
on
when? Mm-hmm.
Genji or on their backline, I think could work.
What do you think
Like if
is
I
better?
took probably the Genji because I've been kind of like kind of have vision on him, like could kind of throw it inside.
Yeah, yeah. He's more killable there too. He's quite isolated from his backline. So it's might be nice. Dynamite is also the tool which allows you to pressure enemies around the corners once they get there, which is might work quite well if you looking to get those slow HP targets from time to time. Another thing, how do we use our shift? What is the purpose of the shift? What are you looking for with that?
So I thought Monkey was gonna jump, like so that's why I was trying to I was trying to rotate early, I guess. So you would like just to prevent him from like jumping on me, so I don't take the extra damage.
So that the most effective strategy? Because right now you use your shift and he can jump you now, right?
Oh yeah.
So
I probably should have waited because I did it way too early. I was trying to like get out of the position where he has like sight of me, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. So we have to wait for the response. It's usually enemies going on you, they're using cooldown, same as Tracer, using your blink, not to just blink, but you responding to them wasting their resources on you. So if Genji goes, using his dash, maybe Monkey jumps, then we have to rotate. We can use our coach gun and get away. Now it's not as necessary. If this happens, Genji commits, Monkey commits, then you have your shift. But now because you don't have your shift too, you cannot hold aggressive position on the map. Like, who knows, maybe you could play here and maintain this aggressive angle, still have good line of sight. But now you cannot do that because your shift is out. Because you have your defensive abilities, it helps you to be more aggressive. Same thing as the Tracer or other characters. Remember we mentioned you want to have more blinks, because you have more blinks, it allows you to stay in a fight longer. I will have to rotate early because you don't have the defensive ability. What do you think about Dynamite?
I think that one was fine because they're all grouped up, and it allowed me to get a lot all charge.
Yeah, I think this one is pretty decent. Because it's a brawl phase. Again, it's very important your team get value out of Dynamite as well. Now it seems like they do. Your Sigma gets value and is kind of almost in a position to do so. So it's alright. Yeah, that's what's important. Difference about the Dynamites. In the poke phase, it can be full charge too, but your team cannot get value. In the brawl phase, you're using the Dynamite, doesn't matter kill or ult charge, it's just your team should be able to get value out of it. Because if the enemies are hiding around the corner, but the brawl phase is about to start, and you're using dynamite on them before they're going in, it's gonna be complicated. They can just cut it. Yeah, here it's okay. Yeah, but especially when the Genji engages like this, he commits where your team is exactly. So he's gonna die most likely. Is that? Like, this is what you wanna use your shift for, your coach gun for. So it's not. I don't think it should be done even here. Because there's just no resources for him to kill you. It's a good response in a way. Oh, well, it's alright. Let's put it this way. It's just because of the distance. That's why I'm a little bit concerned. Because he's really far from you. That's not as necessary. If he's closer, he's really in your face, then it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because he cannot do enough burst to kill you when he is at this range.
So like right here, I probably should have used it.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
Are
Like
you-
this is the range. This is the close range. They
Mhm.
went after you, and Monkey can definitely do a lot with his jump, and it's a zap together with the right click. All of that scary. Yeah, so we could have used it there, and then maybe go up on the high ground as well. Who knows? Maybe do that with a make after, burst the monkey later.
Mhm.
Oh, he's gonna die, I think.
Oh, that was just that was bad positioning. I saw my end. I'm like, oh, heal me, heal me.
Yeah, it's
And instead, I walked
mostly
forward.
being aware of
Yeah.
this threat. It's kind of reminding yourself what they have and just thinking where this threat might be. So it
Mhm.
just happened before as well. Why then? It's mostly because we kind of forgot the Widowmaker exists. Maybe you didn't press stub. Maybe it's just you've been focusing on something else, which is fine. If you've been working on something else, it's okay. Your attention was not necessarily on the Widow at that time.
So I have a question.
Yep.
You know how there's like when I'm playing against Monkey or Ryan, do I focus on like or pretty much any shield tank? Do I focus on like breaking the shield, or is it better to take off angles and
What do you think?
like um I think because we're like on the Sigma comp, I think it's better to kind of burst shield a little bit. Or actually no, it'd probably be better if I take off angles because we're on the poke comp.
Well, if there would be different composition, what kind of composition could play for shield break?
Oh oh like Bastion and stuff? Is that what you mean?
It can
Like
be.
Bastion,
It's just
Sigma.
the primary understanding is we trying to control the map and force out resources. Usually
Mhm.
in more scenarios, shields are defensive abilities. So if you shoot in the shields, then you're not forcing out something else. You're not forcing out their, if they have soldier, you're not forcing out his healing station. You're not forcing out Anna's nades or sleep darts or a ladder shift or pylon.
Mhm.
So in most cases, it's ideal to avoid the shield, get around the defensive abilities, unless it puts you in really risky situation. For
Mhm.
example, if you play Bastion comp, in
Mhm.
Syria, use a Bastion, you can take an angle to get around the shield on certain maps and pressure their backline. But sometimes there might be problems where backline have a lot of resources like something simple like Sleep Dart to just shut the Bastion off, so he's not gonna do much. That's why
Oh.
you not necessarily can take those off angles, even though it's fightable, because it's really risky. So you could kind of just break the shield and then get to their backline after. That's possible, but it's not the primary thing to aim for. We
Mhm.
always trying to find as many options for us to get around the shields. If not possible, then well, choose to play for shield break. That's kind of
Oh.
the usual kind of rule of thumb, I guess. Does it make sense?
Mhm. Yep.
Yes. So against their
Oh yeah.
comp, against the monkey, you pretty much poke out the divers. Well, depending on the situation, obviously, you can get on the back line, get to the back line, but yeah, it's kind of you're looking at where most of your team can do damage, trying to aim towards them, without important resources. You shoot the back line, you make the Winston's life harder because the back line can exist, they can move up with the Winston, this sort of stuff. But you
Mhm.
you might notice against the dive comps, a lot of times it's kind of difficult for you to go after the backline though. Like there might be cases where they need a fire. So in reality, you can only effectively shoot the monkey. Like, if your offensive range is Ashe, you really cannot get on the backline because you do 0 damage. Then you could just shoot the monkey and do decent damage. So it's always about that kind of middle ground. You need to make sure you do effective damage and damage the backline if you can. If you cannot, then obviously you gotta damage something else. Your effective range is, I believe it's 20 to 40 or 30 to 50. Let's see. So it's a Viper. Viper fall off range 30 to 50 meters. It's yeah, it's secondary fire, and then your hip fire it's 20 to 40. So that's your distance. Just play this distance and aim at whatever the target you can, the most valuable one. Actually.
Oh, so when I'm scoped in, it's 30 to 50, or
Yeah.
is it? Oh,
30
okay.
to 50.
Cool.
Exactly. It's kind of not as you usually play around 30 meters, 20, 30 meters in a way. If we leave the game, so it's just I go on the practice range. Your distance. So it's more visual. From here, we good with a scope fire. On scope, however, no chance. You do enough damage. Well, it's still a lot, but it's not enough. Here, you're already starting to have fall off with the scope, so you do not want to take that many duels at this range. That is your ideal range with duels, and later, once the fight develops, you'll notice there are gonna be more opportunities for you to do the combo, maybe do the shoot, hip fire shoot. It looks like this. For example, the target is 20 meters. It shoots, hip fire, shoot, and then shoot again. So it's kind of just, I mean, yeah, like this.
Does Widowmaker have the same distance, or is her like farther?
Yeah, yeah. She's further.
Oh, she's further.
Yeah. You sort of, if we compare Ashe to Widow, the Ashe is kind of more towards mid-range. Widow's follow range is starting from 40 to 60. So she's a longer sniper. It used to be even longer range actually. But yeah.
There's times where I take duels with Widow. Do you think it's like bad or better to play like at your distance? Like,
it's not bad to take duels. You just need to play your effective range. It's just with any character. That's what we've been talking about a lot. You want to make sure you use a Tracer. You're not playing really far range, right? You're not playing really like a sniper. As Ashe, it's the same. You want to take mid-range angles, make sure you exist at the proper range most of the time, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have any other questions, or?
No, I think everything you explained is good. Yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Let's see. Sylvia. Alvin. So it's kind of here. When we slightly a little bit more back, yeah. That's when we kind of took an off angle, yeah. They took an off angle on the left. Start shooting the monkey. You can see anything else. Obviously, want to be aware of the backline just in case the steep darts and such. Something to aim for. So do not tunnel vision on this. Yeah, this is what's more important, especially when your Sigma goes for ultimate. You expect people start running away, or maybe just an ultimate, any ultimate. You expect the people kind of give up space, try to hide. So yeah, your first aim is towards the backline.
Yeah, I do that a lot. I definitely tunnel vision, like especially when I'm like on scoped characters like Widow, Ashe, or Ana sometimes too. Like I usually like focus on my scope too much instead of like zoning, like scoping out like that.
Right. That's why you have to unscope sometimes and just look around, check what's going on around you on the position.
Mhm.
What do you think about here? Where you should play?
I think I'm too close up. I
No.
should probably play like by that bush, probably like
So it's
just so the
around here.
distance.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
your
like that corner.
enough distance. It's 30 minutes, kind of even less actually. From here, you can do easy scope shots, I think, and then if somebody's gonna get closer to you, you can do unscope if needed, and also answer with your shift once they dive. See, this is way too early. We using the shift now.
Yeah.
They good go on you now. The Genji can close the gap easily, and you have to give up a lot of space because of it. If you could
Oh
hold
yeah.
space aggressively and just keep shooting him, you not only disabling the Genji, disabling the backline, Winston's dive and everything, and once they go on you, you can trade more effectively. You can trade, who knows, maybe one shift for bubble and dash with the deflect.
Mhm.
Something like that. So, dynamite makes sense. You get a kill. Just trying to do. Well, he was deflecting, so it's okay. You can dynamite here right away.
Mhm.
Okay. Get rid of everybody. Is the dynamite? What do you think about dynamite?
It was. I think it could have been probably better if he was one, or if we're all grouped up pretty much, because pretty much he got no alt charge or anything. I could have just shot instead of throwing dynamite.
But don't you think once they group, they gonna brawl with, and then you have to keep your dynamite for the brawl phase?
Oh yeah. I mean, I probably should have. What's it called? Oh no, you're right. I probably should have thrown it earlier,
Yeah.
maybe.
Well, it's. I think it's
Mm.
different here. It's like
Mhm.
you see an enemy, you saw it right away. You're in a poke phase right now. So
Mhm.
the aim is not to find a big group of people. Yes, you farm an ult
Yeah.
charge, but the aim is just farm any ult charge, and then you can do it later again because you're in the brawl phase. Yeah, so you could
Oh, okay.
basically throw your dynamite even twice maybe in the brawl phase because you do it right away. It's just big uptime. Just make sure you prepare for the brawl phase though.
Okay. So it's okay to like do that before the brawl phase,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Because you have your dynamite now when the brawl phase starts. Yeah.
Mhm.
But if you use it l- too late, then your dynamite will not be there. See what I mean?
Oh yeah, I see. I was argued.
So, what do you think about this dynamite there?
Um, it was I was throwing it on monkey, but I
Mhm.
gotta throw it on the back line instead, or on
Is it the best
yeah,
time for us to sow dynamite? Are we in a
probably
brawl
not
phase or brawl phase?
poke phase. I think
Okay, right.
yeah.
But it's important to have dynamite for the brawl as well. Are they gonna start brawling soon? In less than
Yep.
12 seconds?
Yeah.
Probably.
Or yeah.
Right? So
Probably gonna look to dive soon.
exactly, that's where you need your dynamite. You can you should use the dynamite in the power phase. Just make sure you have it
Mhm.
in the brawl phase as well. Because if they dive you don't have an answer, then it's gonna be quite complicated. We're
Mhm.
not necessarily again, obviously, use dynamite on a monkey. Maybe you can use it on the backline, but see what I mean. This is not as good. Now, once they trying to actually engage. They're
Mhm.
committing resources to going now, use a dynamite on something, maybe even Genji, maybe their backline. But yeah, it should be done like kind of run here, maybe. You have
Mhm.
it, and then they're all, yeah, they're all gonna be under the dynamite effect. Because all of this helps you to disable their engagement completely.
Mhm.
Because you poke them more. You poke them when it matters. Okay. So far we have what? We have our shift, usage, dynamite, dynamite usage, poke, roll phase. What else? Just combos, yeah. I guess that's for the most part that's it. Playing your proper range
Mhm.
too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so at this point you definitely shouldn't
Oh
be
yeah.
here, yeah? You should be somewhere else. Where do you think you should be right now?
I should probably be back there, like, cause they already cap point, so I should
Mm-hmm.
be on the high ground,
Yeah,
preparing
exactly.
for. Yeah.
And that's when again you use your dynamite because it's a poke phase, and then you get your dynamite back for the brawl phase. Well, they're actually gonna take space more actively. If you know your Sigma is gonna die, you probably expect them to take space more actively, so you kind of save the dynamite to roll people because they're gonna engage on you or your teammates probably. But now the fight
Mhm.
starts. Okay, poke phase dynamite. You have time. You can even do it on a Genji. Well, actually, you have ultimate, so you don't need it. If you wouldn't have
Mhm.
ultimate, then you can do the poke dynamite and then try to walk forward, look for the kill with the dynamite. Hmm. So it's just we kind of isolated at this point.
Mhm. My
Wanna be
awareness was
careful.
not good. Yeah.
Yeah, you wanna, especially against the dive, be careful. You don't wanna be isolated away from, not playing with your team, just away from your resources. You wanna make sure you
Oh yeah.
receive something, you receive the support. Even Kiri right there, she can use Suzu. Obviously, she could TP, but it's risky. It's
Mhm.
risky for her. You need to play in line of sight from your teammates. Okay. Nice. Got a kill. What do you think about Dynamite there?
Ooh, that was bad dynamite.
Is
There's
is it
I had no sight.
necessary intention? If we land the dynamite, is it good?
Um, no, not really. If I landed the dynamite there, because probably just hide behind car or something and be no. They're not one shot or anything, so they're all at full
Yeah,
health.
but
Yeah.
why it was good to saw dynamite and spawn doors then at the start?
Because it was the poke phase. It was before we were brawling and stuff.
Right? Yeah, but aren't we?
Mhm.
Hmm, yeah, well, you can sort of say you're almost about to brawl. Let's say your team isn't spawned, then what?
Oh, if my team's in spawn, then
Yeah,
I'd probably save my resources for if they're gonna engage me, like if they're gonna brawl me, just so I could like just for what's it called save my resources for survivability, so I don't what's it called if I get dove on or anything, I could save it for when I get dove on.
Okay. If your team is here, they have the distance, but they have line of sight on you, but they're far. So then what?
Mhm. Oh, if they have line of sight, like oh, if they're like over there by the cart,
Well,
or you mean like
your team, if they have line of sight on you, they can support you, right?
oh
So
yeah, mhm.
how do you use your
Oh I see
dynamite
what you
then?
mean, yeah. Um, I would use it early then. I would use it for like when I use it for when I see like what's it called like people. I'll use it to like take space pretty much.
Yeah, okay, so it's a poke phase dynamite. Yeah, it's just for me, it's
Hmm.
important to so you understand the difference between the poke phase and brawl phase. Yeah, like what is the difference? Poke phase, most of the enemy team and your team they can shoot each other actively. Brawl phase,
Hmm.
most of your team and the enemy they can. You need to have dynamite for the brawl phase for sure, and use it in the poke phase. Okay, but
Oh, okay.
there's an exception. You shouldn't use your dynamite in the poke phase here. Why?
Um, there's no sight, and then also there's no there's no resources being used. They have they're not what's it called. It's not like a kill opportunity much. So it's like
There's no kill on opportunity when you saw dynamite and spawn either. They spawn either, right?
Mhm.
So what is
Oh
the
yeah.
difference then? Why
Um
it's bad to use dynamite here if in the poke phase?
oh, because there's no vision pretty much. Like
Okay,
I don't
okay.
have vision.
Remember, we have two things. We aiming
Mhm.
to do what? Get a kill with a dynamite or to farm wool charge.
Oh yeah.
You can get a kill. Can you farm wool charge?
No.
No, because you have an ultimate.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's just important.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's important to understand. Yeah, it might be
Oh yeah.
small, but we just fundamentally breaking it into I get a kill or a farm ult charge. You can farm ult charge because you have ult already. So
Oh, that makes sense.
it's
Yeah,
just giving them
that
ult
makes
charge
sense.
basically. If you using your dynamite, let's say even not here, but you have your ultimate and you're using it in spawn doors there, doesn't make sense again because there's no point. They're just gonna get
Oh
healed
yeah.
anyway. You giving them all
game.
charge without giving yourself all charge, so
Mhm.
not their deal.
I didn't think of that.
Hmm.
Totally forgot. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. That's why you can remember all of this intentions when you do the
I think I
pressure.
do that a lot too. Like when I'm whenever I have Bob, I always throw my dynamite out, like in
Right.
phase and stuff.
Yeah, it can be done if you get in a kill, but not for the wall
Mhm.
charge. Yeah. That's the main thing. If there's a high chance of getting a kill, go for the dynamite for sure. Yeah, boost of the card might work. Definitely want to kind of keep going this way, so the heals will not be
Mhm.
separated because of the bubble. But it's okay. I think the intention with the bob was alright. Okay, start the fight, and then you're gonna go for dynamite. What do you think?
Bad dynamite,
Why?
because there's no kill opportunity or there's no what's it called um there's no all charge being used. Like, or I mean, there's no all charge.
Is there really no kill opportunity?
Mm, not really. I think I just threw it
Not yet.
out to like oh, I think they're right there. Like I just kind of threw it out as like thinking they're gonna be around there.
Yeah, because I think it's kind of okay-ish timing if you can get to the bubble, obviously. But
Oh yeah.
you just gotta keep in mind your team is around the corner, so maybe waiting out just a little, keeping in
Mhm.
mind the bubble, and that would be good dynamite. But you have
Oh
to
yeah.
be aware, obviously, your team is engaging. Well, there's a kill opportunity.
Mhm.
hmm It's just the bubble in the way. Ah, wait. Actually, it's your bubble. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's our bubble. I just threw it at the door because I was seeing to see if he was there, but
yeah, it's sort of okay. The timing is okay. It's just the way it ended up. It's not the best. You need to kind of make sure it ends up inside the room a little bit
inside the
more.
room. Yeah.
Yeah. So it'd be kind of ideal. You move to here again. Remember, effective range. You shouldn't be here. Not Reaper or Torb Tracer. You kind of go in here, and then you have your
Mhm.
dynamite in the room, just sewing it from the left side. The fight is over. Same thing, dynamite poke phase, will charge. If you don't get it, it's okay. Obviously, you can aim for better timings, just predict when they're gonna come from. So you get your dynamite back when the pro phase starts again. But it's not
Mhm.
bad. It's the intention is okay overall. You get your dynamite back. Use your dynamite. The only question is, if you use that, are you gonna get it in the bro phase or not? Yeah. So you kind
Mhm.
of hold in your dynamite because you probably expect the brawl phase to start really soon. That's when brawl phase starts in, and we just want to see the timing. Yep. What do you think about it?
I think this one is good because there's windows, so they're most likely gonna all be
Right.
grouped up there.
Yeah, they're gonna
I'm
be
gaining.
grouped up,
Mhm.
yeah, and what as well?
Honestly, I'm gaining alt charge from that, and then
Mhm.
also weakening them to the point where they have to use like shift and other abilities, like or like if they have to use just like they have to rather than shooting at us, they're gonna be healing each other pretty much.
Yeah, see, what is important about this dynamite? They committing something in a pro phase, you shut it down. It can be all, it can be them walking, they commit something, yeah, they commit an ability. So you disable that completely. If you would use dynamite before the window, it would be bad because they could just kite it. I know.
Mhm.
Now they is telling you we're pushing, we're gonna use the window, and you shut them down completely. They're not able to get enough value out of it because if they peak, they're gonna be under dynamite effect, which
Mhm.
happens here actually. So it forces out more resources, which is nice. Let's see, kind of disengage there. What about this dynamite? The intention with the dynamite. What do you think?
I think it was good.
Mhm.
They're all grouped up, and then
Is
it
there a
probably
kill
would have.
opportunity in a brawl phase, kind of? So, what do you think?
Oh, if there's a kill opportunity, probably not because they're all full health. But I mean, there could be
Yeah,
one.
but again, the timing of the brawl phase, the kill opportunity, it's not really you get a kill. It's about most of your team being able to get value
Mhm.
out of the dynamite. Can your team get value out of dynamite here?
Um. Oh, I would say no because they're all far back, so they won't have vision.
Maybe not yet. Yeah, maybe just slightly later.
I think if they all push forward, then for sure I would say
Yeah,
yeah.
you
Because
see,
I
there's
didn't
an
know they all
ultimate.
back there. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You see, there's an ultimate, so you can't expect them to push forward. So it's okay. Just
Mhm.
make sure they can contribute. It's probably would be nice if you have dynamite right now. I think because
Mhm.
your team can contribute. It's fine.